Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Susan's Just Making It. I'm Susan, and as always, I'm here making stuff, messes, chaos, and just trying to make it through life. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing great, and if you like today's video, that thumbs up's always appreciated, and it really helps my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, and I will be using this palette from Nomad. And I'm going to be talking about a little bit of things that have been going on and what will be coming up. So this video is probably going to be all over the place like a roller coaster, but I'm going to try to stay somewhat cohesive, but no promises. So I haven't recorded in a little while. All the videos you've been seeing I've batch recorded, and I've tried to space them out to fill some time because I've had like so much going on lately. But I'll get into that as I do my eyeshadow. I was going to do a full face today, but it's supposed to be like 90 degrees and it's getting there pretty quick, so I don't want my face to melt off. So I'm just going to do an eyeshadow look. Maybe going to be going out in a couple hours, so I thought, okay, that's a good excuse to put some makeup on. I haven't been doing much lately because I've just not been in that frame of mind, and I've really been wanting to play with this. So that's my reason for going ahead and doing some eyeshadow today. Now, everyone has been raving about Nomad Cosmetic's new palette that just came out with a whole safari theme, and it is incredibly gorgeous. But I don't have that palette, so I'm using this one, and this is the total opposite end of the spectrum. So for those of you that are not familiar with the palette, this is a color story, which is quite different from their newly released palette. But perfect for summer, nice bold colors. I've been in a kind of down mood, so I want to play with color. So that's what I'm using. So I did go ahead and fill in my brows with this Winky Lux brow pencil. I believe I got this in a giveaway from the ladies over at Wicked Awesome Lifestyles, and I'm really going to cry when this is gone because this is what I grab like every time for my brows. I don't even touch anything else. So when it's gone, I might be sad. And then I used this Revlon Color Stay eyeshadow primer, and actually I purchased this at the bin store. I paid like $1 for these, so I got like 3 or 4 of them, and I really like this. It's really light when it goes on, and it's not all sticky thick, so I really like this. So I've already done that. Other than that, I have a clean toned face and moisturizer. So bare face except for the primer and the brows. So I am going to go ahead and get into this. I have not used this palette before. I have another Nomad palette that I've used before and I love it, and I also have Berlin Underground that I have not played with yet, and I'm really anxious to do so, but I have not played with this palette yet. So we'll see what the deal is going to be with this. Let's try to find just like a brush and get started. So not sure where to start. Hopefully I don't like overwhelm you guys with this video as much as I am overwhelmed. Just for those of you that follow me regularly, to bear with me. I've been very overwhelmed lately, and oftentimes when that happens I tend to get a bit depressed. So I've been withdrawing, and I haven't been wanting to do much with my channel, but I don't really want to put it on a shelf because I really love interacting with everyone, and it's like something I enjoy. So I'm just trying to see what color I want to start with, and they're all like wow, so trying to find one that's not as wow to start with. I'll go ahead and try this green down here, and I don't have my glasses on, so I apologize, I'm not going to be able to read the shades, but I'm going to go ahead and start with this green and see what I can do. And it's probably pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna try to go in light. Okay, so I guess to start, I will talk a little bit about what's been going on in my life lately. And I also, it's not just about what's been going on with me. I have some stuff I want to talk about for my channel, concerning my YouTube channel. So actually this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be as far as being too bold. I do have something in my eye though. So some of the stuff that's been going on lately, I discussed in a Mask Monday not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I think. I don't even remember. Time has become very gray to me lately because so much is going on. Half the time I have a hard time remembering what day of the week it is. But I talked about that there was a lot of family health issues going on. Thank goodness my health has been pretty good lately. My mental health, not so much, but my physical health has been pretty good. So some family health issues. I mentioned that I have an aunt that a few years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, had a bout with her breast cancer. Coming back, she's I'm not sure exactly how old she is. That's how bad I can be. She's around 80, and she had breast cancer when she was in her 30s, and she beat that. But a few years ago, they found that she had breast cancer again, so she had a double mastectomy. She had the option of them just removing the cancer, but she said at her age that she just wanted to have a double mastectomy done to hopefully avoid having to have to deal with breast cancer again in the future. However, which that took her quite a while to heal from, and at her age, and plus it's major surgery. However, recently my cousin told me that she found a lump in her armpit, and I guess she's supposed to be having a biopsy done, but I haven't heard any more about that, and I guess I'm not really even supposed to know that she found a lump. So that's been on my mind, because she's been like really, really good to me since my father passed. She's my father's younger sister, and she's been really, really good to me, and I've gotten really close to her. So that's been on my mind. I was fortunate enough to go and visit her last Thursday, and I've been having some issues with my phone. It hasn't been working right, so I haven't talked to her on the phone because it doesn't work right. And she thought I was mad at her. I said I'm anything but upset with her. It's honestly 100% a phone issue. So that made me feel bad that she thought I was upset with her, because she has done absolutely nothing for me to possibly be upset with her about. So I think that's blended in pretty good to start with. So she didn't know I was coming, so she was surprised to see me. So that made me feel really good that I got to go see her last week. I also talked about my brother-in-law, who is my older sister's husband. Try to find another brush so this won't get all blended together. My older sister's husband, he's had a lot of health issues the last few years. He was having a problem with the veins in his legs, and they found some blood clots, and they got that taken care of. And he alcoholic for very many years, a functioning one, but an alcoholic, and that has affected his health. He was had like a minor stroke, had to stop drinking, which he's been doing very, very well with. And now I think I'm gonna try to go on with this orange a little bit. So he had the issue with the stroke, the blood clots and stuff, and then about a year ago they found out that he had cancer in his larynx, your voice box. So he underwent radiation, and then they wanted a lot of this. I hope I'm not boring you guys, because I did mention some of this in the Mask Monday. So he had to go through radiation, and then they wanted him to have some time to heal and recuperate, and then check and see if the radiation worked, and it did not. He still had still has the mass. So a few weeks ago he was having a hard time breathing. My sister had to take him to the ER, and the mass was making it difficult for him to breathe. He ended up having to have a trach, and it was an ordeal while he was in the hospital. He was bleeding from the trach, and there was a lot of other stuff going on, and I guess they found some other spots. I didn't hear anything more about that. Nothing's been mentioned about that. But he came home from the hospital, and he's been losing weight because of being ill, and he had to end up getting a feeding tube because before he came home they wanted to do a test to see how well he was able to swallow, and he was having difficulty with that. So he's on a feeding tube right now, and he has the trach, and he's on a machine to keep everything moist, like it's a mist. So he's been kind of recuperating from that, and I guess what the plan was, as far as him still having the cancer, treatment wise, the doctors decided that they wanted to do surgery. He has the trach, because originally the whole trach thing wasn't in the original plan. So what the surgery would entail is them removing the mass, the cancerous mass, and his voice box, and he's got the trach. And when doing so, they'd have to kind of reconstruct part of his throat. So basically there's the esophagus, the food tube, and then the tube for your air, and they'd have to kind of like separate them and take some muscle from his chest to put into his throat to like reconstruct, and then he wouldn't have I think they were going to close the trach, and he was telling me the little bit that he can barely whisper, not that he's much of a talker anyway, but he won't be able to speak. Obviously the voice box will be gone, but he will be able to eat again, like orally eat, and not have to have the thing do. So, and I told him, I said, it's not like you really talk a lot anyway. He says it doesn't matter, nobody listens. I'm like, well, you're right. But so that was the thing with the surgery. And then of course he could have the machine where he can talk. So anyway, my sister was telling me, I was fortunate enough to go over and visit him last Friday too, because I'm like, with all this going on, I really need to go over and visit. I need to show my sister that I'm there to support if she needs me, and I want to see my brother-in-law because there's so much going on with his health. So he had to go yesterday and get a scan done, and they were going to scan his body to see if the cancer is only in his throat or if it has spread to any other parts of his body. If it is localized, they're going to do the surgery. If it is spread, they're not going to do the surgery. So the scan was yesterday, so everybody was kind of on edge with that going on. You know, kind of pins and needles, knowing that that was getting ready to come up. And it's a very uncomfortable situation and an uncomfortable thing to talk about, but my sister and my niece and my brother-in-law had to sit down and have like a family meeting and decide, okay, if the cancer is spread, what do you want done? Asking my brother-in-law, do you want to pursue other treatment? What do you want to do? And my brother-in-law said that if the cancer is spread, he doesn't want surgery, he does not want chemo, radiation, just to let nature take its course, which is very difficult. I feel like he just wants to be comfortable instead of going through stuff, and there's never any guarantees anyway. So they had come to that decision within the family, which was very uncomfortable for them. It was a difficult conversation to have, but my brother-in-law had a scan yesterday, and great news, the cancer has not spread. So now they just need to get him healthy enough to go through surgery. So that has been really good, because things have been so rocky lately. That was some well-needed good news. And some other good news, Artemis. She's like the I don't know, the little shining light in my life lately. Everything's been going like very much downhill in life, like with a lot of things, but that's a definite positive in my life. A couple weeks ago on Friday, they brought her over to spend the afternoon and evening with me, and that was really nice, being able to have time with her on my own. And just trying to see what color I want to dig into next. And I think I'll go into this brown, this deep brown for my outer corner, and just have some time alone with her. So I guess the other grandmother was picking on them, because right now Jada and Zach are living with Jada's mother, asking if Artemis was going to be spending the night. And when I was told about it, I was told that poor Zachary was almost speechless. He's like, I didn't green light that. So, I've been able to spend time with her, but they're not to that point yet. I mean, she's only a little over a month old. My son is a very involved father, and he's willing to let go quite that much. Yes, yeah. I'm having a hard time getting this exactly where I want it. And I had her last Saturday for most of the day, which was really awesomely nice to spend the day with her. We went for a walk. We went to see a friend of mine, and it's wonderful spending time with her. I just love her, and they're really good about letting me have a lot of time with her, which I really appreciate that. On the mirror it looks good, but I look ahead, it's not. It's looking patchier. I'll fix it. So yeah. So then they asked me, Mom, I want to ask you something. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. How would you feel about having Artemis next Saturday, which will be this coming Saturday, for the day? I guess they want to go paintballing. A good friend of theirs has a paintballing business, and they want to go paintballing for the day. I said, I don't know, 2 weekends in a row, you guys are really pushing it. But I'm thrilled to be able to have her again this coming Saturday. She's just perfect. A little demanding, but other than that, perfect. And maybe I'll even do a short little video introducing her to you guys depending on her mood. So I like that dark brown for my outer corner there. Actually, I'm liking this much more than I thought. And of course, I'm going for the more neutral than the colorful ones. But we'll see. So, everything's been going really well with her. But even though there was good news with my brother-in-law with the scan, which was on, I'm recording this on Thursday, which was on Wednesday, the 31st. Everybody was on edge with that going on. So if that wasn't stressful enough for the family, around 2 o'clock in the morning, it's the night of Tuesday, so the morning of Wednesday, someone broke into my sister and brother-in-law's home while they were sleeping. My sister woke up in the middle of the night to someone in her bedroom going through her dresser drawers. I guess she yelled. My brother-in-law tried to go after him, but he's very weak from everything he's been going through, and he's on the machine with the mist. So there's really not much he could do. So my sister yelled for my niece's boyfriend. That my niece and her boyfriend live with them too. They have a really, really huge apartment. And he ended up chasing the guy out of the house with a knife. However, he must have been in there for a while, because my niece found her purse and my sister's purse out on their back porch. Of course, it had been emptied of all the money. So he stole all the cash my sister and niece had. He took some of my sister's jewelry. He even got the debit card that they deposit my brother-in-law's Social Security on. So he left them pretty much with no money at all to the household. And you know, everyone's like, well, didn't you have your doors and windows locked? They did. They have a back porch, like an enclosed back porch, and the guy that robbed them pushed a window out and came in that way. Which, it's a tragedy for sure, but thank God nobody was hurt, because sometimes that's when people get hurt. When you catch somebody in the act, it becomes unpredictable. So that was a terrible thing to happen, and then especially on the day that, you know, he had to go get his scan done, and everyone was really on edge anyway. So actually, I'm kind of really liking this. It's kind of, I was thinking I might have went into like the yellow and the teal and the pinks gold, but this is turning out pretty good. So yeah, so that was like, it was terrible. My niece did start a GoFundMe for them, because of not having money in there to get back and forth to his appointments and stuff like that, which is doing pretty good. I did share it on my Facebook feed, just until they can kind of get back on their feet and figure out his Social Security and getting a new card and stuff like that, just so they have something, you know, because I need to get to the pharmacy to get his, he's on that formula and stuff like that for his feeding tube and things like that. So I'm just grateful that no one was hurt. I'm grateful that his scan turned out well, but it was rough. So that's what's been going on, like with the family health stuff, but it seems to be kind of calming down. I'm just kind of waiting to see if I hear any more news about my aunt. And Artemis, like I said, she's doing awesome. So that's what's going on with some of that stuff. However, my personal life, I wish the news was as good. Things have been really rough. About a year ago, I made a decision to try to work on a relationship that has been off and on for the past 17 years, and I feel like one of these days I have to learn that sometimes you just gotta give up on things instead of keep trying, as bad as that sounds. If things haven't changed in 17 years, they're not going to change. And things have been getting really bad, and it's time for me to make a change with that. It's just not working. I'm finding that I'm not the person I want to be anymore. Getting really depressed. Now I'm going into this shimmer down here. It's like a duochrome, I think. And I'm going to put some of that on my lid. It's just not working. And so I've decided that I need to come up with a new living arrangement because of the relationship. And not only that, there's been other issues that I've talked about here as well. As far as the relationship, I've had to come to the realization that sometimes you have to see people for who they are, not who you want them to be. So that's been a huge thing. And sometimes you just have to be realistic about things. I raised 3 kids. My kids are all doing well. My daughter lives in Florida. She's married. She's got her own life. She functions quite well. My older son has Artemis now. Him and Jada are doing really well with their relationship and life. And my youngest son, he works. I'm going to go back into this screen and bring it back in. He works, has his own apartment, very independent, high functioning. So it's like, I think when our kids first become young adults and start going out on their own, it's a sting to a mother that your kids don't need you anymore. But if you did your job right, that's what you want, for them not to need you anymore because they're functioning and able to do for themselves. So the relationship with my kids growing up, it had its rocky points. I mean, I think anybody that's raised a teenager, it's like you question everybody's sanity, you know, scheme of things. But my kids turned out really well, and it is a sting sometimes that they don't need me, and I'm not in the traditional mother role that I'm used to for so long. But yeah, I'm raising an adult is how I feel, and that's not the role I want. I want to have my life instead of raising another adult that's supposed to be my partner. It's not a partnership when you have to do that. You know, always be cleaning up somebody, their messes around the house, their messes in life. It's just not what I want for myself, and I'm finding that I'm just unhappy. So I have started looking into some distressed properties that I'm going to try to see if I can't find something to secure. And I hope I didn't make a mess of this eyeshadow pencil, but we'll see. And coming up with the money to do so. So that's that with me, you know. And I'm really considering getting a new tattoo, like somewhere on near my wrist, that says "Let Them," because I need that constant reminder that it's not always up to me to fix other people and to try to convince them of doing the right thing or what's best for them. If they want to make me an option instead of a priority, if they want to continue to do things that aren't good for their life and their health, let them. But at the same time, part of letting them is also letting them suffer the consequences of those decisions. I am no longer going to suffer the consequences of other people's poor choices. So, but I don't want to get into that because that could be a whole video. It's just not working, so I'm working on what I need to do for me. Because at the end of the day, I raised my kids and my parents are gone. My life is mine now, and that's what I'm focusing on. And some people may think it's selfish. That's okay. You're entitled to that opinion, but at the end of the day, it's my life, and I have to do what's right for me. So I think I'm going to call this good. I tried to, there's not a light color to use under the brow, so I use this Marabella crayon in the color Champagne, and I think I got this in Ice Cream Beauty, but I can't remember. But I'm just trying to blend it out a little bit because it's kind of, everything's powder and that's cream. But I think that's going to be alright. I feel like it's too light right there, but we'll see. Maybe I'll pat it down with some powder. But anyway, that's what I'm going to go with today because, yeah, just, it is what it is. I was trying to find that one that I did the brown with. So yeah, so that's what's going on, life-wise, whether you guys care or not. I don't know how many people have clicked off already, but so, but I did want to talk about a couple other things. I have some notes here because I have some stuff that I wanted to talk about with my channel. First of all, I would like to put a reminder out there that the giveaway that I have in my collab video for the May color swap is still open. It'll be open until Saturday. I'll be selecting my winner sometime over the weekend and announcing it no later than Monday, which I think is the 6th. So if you haven't watched that video and entered, there's still time to do so. You have to be subscribed to my channel and the other ladies that were in the collab, and I'm giving away a gift card of choice. So if that's anything you're interested in, make sure that you go check out that video and enter. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, so I'm trying to see where my stuff is here, sorry about that, is that I have my Facebook group that is an open group that you can feel free to check out and join, where I am selling things that I'm decluttering. There's going to be some craft stuff popping up in there from time to time that I accept like most any type of payment, and you can just DM me either, you know, Facebook, Instagram, email, whatever, if there's anything you're interested in buying. That's entirely up to you if you want to check it out or not. Have any interest, just putting it out there. Again, trying to come up with the money to make the move and doing what I have to. Jada gave me some purses last week that I've been meaning to get listed for sale and haven't yet. So kind of, if you're interested in any purses, you'll want to check out my Facebook group. Hopefully I'll have them listed by the end of the weekend. I have, not authentic, but in very excellent shape, Louis Vuitton. I have a Guess, a Coach, a Liz Claiborne, what else? A Vera Wang, and in the mix of stuff I'm listing, there's also just some, you know, basic non-name brand purses. But I'm just putting that out there if that's anything you want to check out. Also, let me see, I have a list here. I did want to mention that, and it breaks my heart, but a little bit, not terribly, but I'll no longer be getting Ice Cream Beauty because I'm trying to come up with money, so it's like I'm trying to cut down on the spending. So that kind of hurts because that's content I'm not going to have, and I really enjoy it. Ice Cream Beauty, it's a really great value, but I think I'm good on makeup for a while, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay. So I'm just going under my lower lashes with this darker green right down here to line my eyes. I only do like the outer corner mostly because having the smaller almond shaped eyes, if I go all the way across, it tends to close my eyes in a lot. So I'm just gonna smudge that out a little Also, I'll do it when I finish putting on mascara because I have to have my hands free. Put this palette out of the way. There's like no room, and this video is getting long. I apologize. Before I get into that though, I want to show you a couple quick things I grabbed on clearance at Walmart the other day when I went to get groceries. I'm trying to be good about not spending, but I did good. I got some Lottie London stuff that they had on clearance. I picked up the True Translucent Powder and this concealer in the shade Porcelain. Both of these were marked, I don't remember what their original price was, but they were clearanced out to $5 a piece. They did come down a little bit. One came down $1 and change, and one came down a few cents. So I paid under $5. One of these was under $4, and one of these was under $5. Can't remember which was which. But for those, the only thing I've tried from Lottie London so far, I think, is eyeshadow. So I'm not sure how it's going to perform. But I also got this illuminizing coconut primer, and this is in the shade Golden. And my understanding is you can mix it in with your foundation, or you can use it alone. And this was clearanced out at $6, but it rang up at only $2.50. And if I would have known it was going to ring up as at $2.50, I would have got a couple more so I could have one and a couple to share. But I didn't know, and I doubt there will be any clearance out next time I go to Walmart. If there is, I'll grab it. So I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. I'm going to use this Rimmel London Shake It Fresh mascara. I love this mascara because it does not clump. It really does not. So I love it. I'm not going to do my lower lashes because I'll probably poke myself in the eye, so I'm just going to throw some on my top lashes. Let's see, what else did I want to mention? Okay, some upcoming videos. Tomorrow I'm going to really try my best to put out a Forgotten Favorites Friday video. It's a collab. It's like kind of an informal collab, and the channels that participate are Nightmare Bliss, Jamie DeRozzi, Real Lady Electrician, and I think it's unboxings, Brandy's Unboxings and More, and myself. And it's kind of like a very informal, loose collab where on Fridays, if we are able to do so, we do a collab featuring a favorite of ours that is forgotten, meaning that we haven't done it in a while, haven't used it, forgot it, you know, whatever. So I'm going to try to do a video tomorrow for that. Also, I will be doing I just won a giveaway from Kim's Happy Place for her Persons of the Month. So when I get that, I will be doing an unboxing, and I'm very much considering doing an I Won You Can Too, so keep your eye out for that. Also, I have a new eyeshadow palette coming from Kat Von D, KVD Vegan Beauty, and I really want to try that out because it is beyond gorgeous, and I really want to feature it in a video because it is so beautiful. So I want to do that, and of course I want to put out more crafting content. I have a lot of projects that I've been holding off on doing because I do want to record them when I do them. I've been doing some of the prep stuff, like some of the busy work and stuff, so that to speed up the recording and stuff like that. So, oh, that was bad. So I want to be featuring a lot of that. I think that's enough coats and mascara to make it look like I have eyelashes, because my eyelashes do not show up very well. So we're going to call that good enough. And I think, yeah, I got a little bit under my eye. I'll clean that up after the video. So, that's what I have so far, and I think I need to, I might touch that up later, but it looks like right there I creased a little bit, but it's okay. I get my cheat sheet again real quick. So, crafting content coming up. It's all going to be projects that you don't have to per se be a crafter or any specific type of crafter. I'm trying to use very beginner friendly projects that you can pretty much grab the materials with no problem whatsoever, stuff that pretty much anybody can find. Some of the projects I want to do is I have an antique mirror in the wood box that I recently thrifted. I want to paint and wax those and put some furniture rub-on transfers on those and give them a new look. I also have the candlesticks that I thrifted. I think I finally decided on color. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them neutral or do them a color. I think I'm going to keep them neutral so I can use them anywhere in the house. I'm going to probably paint and wax those. Whether I do a video or not, I'm not sure, but I will show how they end up looking. I also have a tray that I want to make using Dollar Tree tumbling tower blocks and a piece of wall art. Have some of this stuff kind of prepped, but I've been putting that aside because I want to do a video sharing that. I'm going to show you how I make my wood bead garlands with the tassels. A lot of you guys probably already know how to make it if the tutorials all over YouTube, but I want to do a video of that. I also have a few different type of decorative lanterns I want to make, and most of them you can find the supplies right at the Dollar Tree. I have 3 different ones in mind that I want to do, so I will be doing those. I also want to be upcycling shoe boxes into some awesome decor, and I don't want to get into that because I want to leave that a little bit of a surprise. Total transformation, very inexpensive supplies, but huge results. I already started one. It's turning out really well, so I'm definitely going to share that. A lot of the stuff crafting wise is going to be home decor, so if you're looking to change up your decor, that's where it's going to be at. Also, I just recently found some inspiration for some boho type flower vases. Cheap supplies, very easy, and there's some candle holders that I want to make using Dollar Tree supplies again. So this is all stuff that you can pretty much get at the Dollar Tree or thrifted, or really easy, and they're going to be very easy projects but with big results. So also, I want to share some of the projects that I've done in the past but I have not featured. I don't really want to get into that because I have to gather them around to do a video. I also have a collective haul video coming up from a few little shopping things I've done. Very small hauls, so I'm going to do them collectively. And I hit up a yard sale last weekend and I found some awesome finds that I would like to share. So I'm going to try to get those 2 videos out as well. Also, I am still open to anyone that wants to collab for Mask Mondays or eyeshadow looks. So if you're interested, shoot me a message on Instagram, email, Facebook, and we'll get something worked out. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to throw out there before I wrap up the video because it's getting mad long. I think, oh, and again, toward the beginning of the video, I mentioned a lot of like not so enlightening negative things, but have to always focus on the positive even when the negative is there. I do have some things that are really going in my favor. Hopefully that will help me with my goal of coming up with the money to transition out of this apartment. There's a local dispensary that my niece talks with the people that run it quite regularly, and they are interested in potentially having me do t-shirts for their shop. So I am looking into that and doing the the background work with that, like my pricing and my supplies and all that stuff, so that I have that information when we start discussing that. So that's really positive. And if that goes well, I may look into getting back to my t-shirt business. I kind of abandoned it a few years ago because it was getting to be a little bit too much at that particular time, but I did enjoy it. And another thing is that I do have an order for a custom junk journal, and I am considering doing custom journals, and I will be putting that out there when I'm ready to do so. So those things are going really well, like as far as like getting me on my feet financially, a start anyway. And I've been doing okay with the selling on Mercari and Facebook. I'm not getting rich off it, but I've been doing okay. Which brings me around to last Thursday when I went to visit my aunt. I had to cut the visit short because my sister ended up messaging me that we had a situation. I came home and the porch pirates got me. I had 3 outgoing packages, 2 from Mercari and 1 for a Facebook sale. Someone decided they wanted to take them off the porch, open the packages, take the stuff out, and abandon the packages. They were bubble wrapped mailers, and we found them like in the street, like in front of the house next door. So from now on, I'm no longer having pickups done at my home from the postal service. I have to take the stuff to the post office. So I'm only shipping 3 times a week versus anytime Monday through Saturday. But that's okay. They got me for about $50, $60, but it's okay because that evening I had 3 more sales. So I just took the loss, lesson learned. not giving them another chance. You know, so that was kind of a bummer. But it'll be okay. But like I said, I got the t-shirt thing going and hopefully the journal thing going. So I'm gonna wrap this video up, but before I do, I want to mention that I do have some journals that I have completed that I will be selling. I'm just gonna briefly show you what I have. When I get done, I gotta throw something on my lips because I look like eyes but no lips. So anyway, I'll just show you really quick what I have completed that I want to have available here soon. The first two I'm going to show you, I do have flip throughs here on YouTube. I'm going to list these on my Facebook group and on my Instagram page. So any journals that I have for sale, those are where you're going to find them for sale, and the information on getting in touch with me with pictures and video links. Now I do have this one that I have done a flip through of already, that will be going up for sale. So I got this one already completed and the flip through video done, and then I have this one. It's like an envelope album, and I did a flip through of this on my channel. The two that I've done flip throughs, if you go into my playlist that's mini album and junk journal flip throughs, you'll find these two. So this one's completed and will be up for sale. And then I have a few that I have to record the flip throughs. I'm gonna try to get them recorded over the next few days. And like I said, the listings will have some inside, outside photos and links to the flip throughs. But I have this paper bag mini that I made quite a while ago, but I've debated whether I wanted to keep it or part with it. And it's kind of love and Valentine themed, and it's kind of simple, just so pictures and can be put in and your own embellishments added. But this will be up for sale. And then I have this that I made a while back, and again, wasn't sure whether I was going to keep or part with it, but I decided to part with it. It's like a Christmas type journal, kind of almost like a December daily, but not structured. And it's just got all kinds of stuff where you can put all your Christmas photos, lists, memories, and so forth. And this one's not heavily embellished either, so that you can add a lot of pictures in your own, like little receipts and cards and whatever. I may try to put a little bit more embellishment before I do the flip through and list it. And then this is the last journal that I just recently finished, and I've been meaning to do a flip through for quite a while. And this is a spring themed journal, and I did wire binding on it. I might put some ribbon somewhere in here to dress it up a little bit more, but it's all in mostly greens and pinks. And I'll be doing the flip through of this, and just giving you a little preview. So this will be up for sale soon, and it's very spring and green and pink. So I'll be doing a flip through of this. So craft projects, journal flip throughs, couple hauls, Forgotten Favorites Friday coming up, Kat Von D eyeshadow, and I Won You Can Too will be coming up soon as I can get to it, along with trying to list things, trying to deal with life, trying to spend time with my granddaughter, my family's health issues, and my own mental health struggles right now. So this video got way longer than I intended. I do apologize for that. Those of you that are stuck along through the whole video, I appreciate you. I just try to be as transparent as possible so that when I disappear, people aren't kind of like, oh, what is she just not doing her channel, or is she off doing whatever. From the very beginning, my intention was to share things that I enjoyed and that were important to me, and to be transparent. And I do have mental health struggles, so sometimes I like to just put out there what's going on with me, so that if my behaviors are a little inconsistent, you kind of understand why. So needless to say, I do appreciate every single one of you that show up and are here to comment, watch, support, and just be there in whatever way that you are. So I've rambled long enough. I do appreciate you. If you haven't given a thumbs up yet, that's always appreciated. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. So bye until then.